Welcome to the Pelt Dyslexic Radically Radiant podcast. I'm Liz Buckridge.
And I'm Donita Coburn-Amadeo.
And we are on episode 9, season 2. And it's, I think it's the 3rd, July 3rd.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, July 3rd.
July 3rd.
Crazy.
Happy 250th, everybody.
Yeah.
On today's podcast, like every other time, we're going to talk about dyslexia, meditation, art, and entrepreneurship. Okay, I have a question for you.
Okay.
All right. Question about dyslexia. How can community change the dyslexic experience from isolation to belonging?
I mean, you can't belong when you're by yourself. I mean, I guess you could belong to yourself, right? So, I mean, having a community, and do you mean specifically a community of dyslexic people or just a community and you're the dyslexic person within the community? Well, and probably others too. Probably there's others.
It can be both, but
okay.
I mean, the easier way to talk about this is just how can community change your experience from isolation to belonging if you're dyslexic or not. I think that, I mean, I know that we're talking about dyslexia and I can just talk about it from my own dyslexic experience, but I feel like this isn't, is something that everyone's kind of talking about right now, right? Like being isolated and need, like having the yearning or wanting to belong, right? Belonging, I think, was one of my words on my vision board a couple of years ago, right? Just like belonging. And that's why I joined all of these women's groups.
Right.
Because I wanted, you know.
And it's so important. I just don't know how it's different for a dyslexic person versus, I feel like that's a human desire, whether you're dyslexic or not dyslexic.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm creating with Pelt Dyslexic, my website, and making art with people. I mean, I'm having a hard time with marketing and finding dyslexic people that want community. I mean, that's a hard job, right?
That's
like
a
marketing.
Good question for you then, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So like, how can community change the dyslexic experience? I feel like
that's good.
Isolation and belonging, I feel like just learning about dyslexic strengths has helped me. I tend to be, for me, I tend to be like, I like to isolate, actually. Like I'm an introvert and I like to just do my art in this office and just like not really go out into the wild.
To the wild.
Into the peopling. I have to force myself to do that. But if I stay isolated, I tend to lose touch with reality. I mean, I think that that's fine as an artist. I'm like, whatever. But it's not good, you know, because I could sink into the blues a little. And that's not good.
Right.
So it is good to be around people.
Right.
Because then your spirits get lifted up and you know, you don't know. And it's a surprise. It's always a surprise how you're going to be filled with a cheerful vibe, you know, by meeting someone new or like a new thought or hearing someone's story.
Well, and you are creating a community of dyslexic people. Well, so, I mean, that is totally a jam. Which is needed. I think that's needed. That's cool.
It is needed. I just don't know how many people know.
Well, now they know.
Now they know. Come join me.
She is creating a dyslexic community.
Come make art with me. So I'm not isolated and alone making art by myself.
Come one, come all the dyslexic people. We're your friends.
Yeah, we can talk about life and stuff and being. And
that's right.
Anyway, so how can community change the dyslexic experience from isolation to belonging? I don't know. I just want to make art with people. They want to talk about deep things.
Right.
So,
well, and it does. Community does change the isolated experience of a dyslexic person. So
yeah,
I think that's an easy one.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
I'm going to read this dyslexia quote.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm gonna
so
drink some water.
this is in my blog post called Food that's coming out this weekend. And everyone has their challenges and their gifts. In the book, The Dyslexic Advantage, they refer to the flip side or trade-offs to each aspect of dyslexia. So they say, I call this the dual nature of dyslexia. Each talent has an opposing weakness. For example, understanding and viewing spatial relationships can be a gift of dyslexia. However, two-dimensional processing, like interpreting letters printed on a page, can be a challenge. And then they go on to say, we've noted that people with dyslexia tend to be global thinkers. They innately grasp unexpected relationships and patterns, but this can mean having a tough time with multiple choice questions on a test because the broad thinker can always find some vague merit in each possible choice.
Yes. Yes, I have that. I don't get very confused by that.
Yep.
Because I'm like, well, this one could be right because of blah, blah, blah. This one could be right because of blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Yep. I know. And it's just this one word. And I'm like, well, why are you trying to trip me up? Why can't you teach me to learn?
Yeah.
Why does it have to be this trick?
Right.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I always do poorly on multiple choice tests. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So there's that. Oh, and then the micro season from July 2nd to the 6th is Crow Dipper Sprout. So there's that. Look outside for that. And if you don't know what that is, then you can look it up. I think that they're little, what are they? Oh no, they're like
the
lily.
Ones that look like peace lilies.
Yeah, peace lilies.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what they look like.
July 2nd to July 6th.
Yeah.
July 2nd. Is it always July 2nd?
No.
Oh, okay. Because July 2nd this year is my 31st wedding anniversary.
That is nice.
I thought you were going to say it was every single.
They change a little bit. Not, I mean, it's not always like, I mean,
but always the same plant, right?
It's always the same plant. Okay. It might always be July 2nd to the 6th, but I feel like it does change like a day or two every once in a while, maybe.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I could be wrong, but it's always maybe it is always the same day. I don't know.
Well, we can find out.
We'll find out. But anyway, that's what it is this year. And happy anniversary.
Thank you.
That's a long time.
It's a long time.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you still like him?
I do. I really like him.
That's nice.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He is a good guy. Okay, so I have a what I wrote was I'm hoping to find out what it means to experience community instead of isolation. That's so funny. All right, so a question about meditation.
Okay.
How can short, imperfect moments of presence be more powerful than long, formal practices?
I don't think that they necessarily are.
I don't really?
Well, I think that they're both, there's value in both of them. So it more, you said more powerful?
Yeah. And how can short, imperfect moments of presence be more powerful than long,
well, I don't
formal
know.
practices?
I mean, I guess they can if it means you're practicing more. I'm not saying that you need to have long formal practices, but consistent longer practices are optimal so that you can get into the state where you really do relax your mind. So it's not that those things aren't important, and it's not that that isn't a gateway into meditation, but the goal is to make it longer so that you do get more benefit. You don't want that to be the thing that keeps you from doing it. Okay, so it's like, so I want to say that it's not important to also do these little short, like stopping and taking a breath is an immediate game changer. It's an immediate nervous system regulator. But if you truly want to change your brain and you truly want to change your life to become a calmer, more regulated, healthier human being, you do need to have a longer more formal practice.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what do you recommend? Like once a week have a longer one, or
No, I
every
recommend it
day?
every day.
Oh my God.
So at least 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes in the afternoon.
Oh, 20 minutes isn't that bad.
So that I consider that longer, but
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
40 minutes is even 40 minutes. Something else happens at 40 minutes. I typically do between 20 and 25 in the afternoon. Sometimes I do 15, but yeah, for up to 40. I wouldn't do 40 twice a day because then you're over the hour meditation, but there is something to be said for practicing becoming a more formal time in your life so that you actually are stepping away from the nervous system. Well, you're not stepping away from it. That's really inaccurate. So that you're stepping away from the stress and you're stepping away from what is dysregulating your nervous system into a calmer, more positive way of being. And for me, the times that I feel like I get the most nourishment is when I transcend. And I can't, it's not that I can't transcend in a short little informal meditation. It's very unlikely. And it's not even like I'm looking for that because I know as soon as you look for it, you're kind of taking yourself out of it. But for me, offering myself the time and space to be in that place of no time and space is really, really important to me feeling this calmness that I have.
Okay. So I feel like I just do 10 minutes.
Yep.
A couple times a day. But how do you let the people in your life know that that's what you're doing? Like how did you create that time?
Well,
and like train everyone around you that this is what I'm doing?
I went to school for formal training, and luckily my children were all grown and out of the house, or they were at least grown. One of them moved out of the house when I was in my training, my last training. It's not that I haven't been training along the way, but it's not about them, Elizabeth. Like, what's going to happen? I'm just setting a boundary. I'm saying, like, okay, when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to rise, pee, meditate, RPM. I'm going to rise, pee, meditate. My husband's the only person who sleeps with me in my bed. He knows that's going to happen. He also practices that. And so it's just going to happen. Okay. And then in the afternoon, I just carve out the time in my life. And it doesn't mean the dogs don't bark. It doesn't mean that somebody might not come in the house, but they know that if they see me in a position of meditation, which could just look like me having my eyes closed, sitting up, which it mostly does, that is sacred time for me. So I've set the boundaries and the benchmarks around that.
Nice.
Yeah. Because it's so important to who I am as a regulated person, human being. Without it, I don't have the same capacity. They benefit from it too.
Right. Right.
Everybody benefits from me having a regulated nervous system, just like everyone benefits from you having one.
Well, I haven't though. Sometimes I don't. I think I need to meditate more.
I mean, everybody does. I guess I am kind of like the meditation cheerleader, and I'm okay with that. Like, I am okay with putting a little pressure on people to lean in a little bit more, spend a little bit more time. It doesn't take away from what you're already doing. What you're doing is amazing. It's helpful. It's doing it. But yes, leaning into a little bit longer, a little more disciplined, you get more from it.
Mm-hmm.
Just do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. It's like exercise.
I don't do that.
Well, I'm saying, like, if you exercise for 10 minutes twice a day, is it the same as exercising for 20 minutes twice a day?
Right.
No. Right?
Right.
No, it's not. So it doesn't mean that 10 minutes aren't important and that you shouldn't do it. But if you can do 20, do 20. There's a point where it's too much.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's a point where meditation over an hour a day is too much unless you're on some kind of a, path to be a monk or a religious or spiritual person. Like, just living in our everyday lives, past an hour starts to be bypassing. I feel like we've talked about
Yeah,
this
we have,
before.
because I remember saying that Harari, that guy who wrote Sapiens and all those books, like he says he can't write those kinds of books without meditating for like 2 or 3 hours a day.
Yeah, well, that's what he's trained his nervous system to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay because he is using it. I mean, whatever, it's okay however you do it, but just be aware that he's not doing all the other things to do that. Do you know what I mean? Like there's something that's being taken away from that. And that's okay. He's writing amazing books, but it's a choice.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting hot.
I know. Well, it's hot in here too because
the sun just is hitting me now.
The house.
Like all this and it's July. You know, that's what happens in July.
Yeah. I want to start meditating more and have a better practice of movement, workout. Yeah.
Me too.
All those things. I that's in the future. Okay, I have a question
about self-love, baby. Self-love.
Yeah. Yep. I have a question about art.
Okay, hit me.
What does it mean to let art support your nervous system instead of activate stress?
It means allowing yourself to practice art instead of having to have a finished product.
Yeah.
Right. So it's almost using it like meditation.
Mm-hmm.
It is also a practice, and I can see why there would be artists who would want that finished product. Like if you're making your money making art and you're commissioned and you have to finish your art within a certain amount of time, or people have paid for materials or however you do your commissioning, then that's your job. But if it's something as a practice, then just the process itself is truly what is helping.
Yeah. So for me, my mind, like I said, my mind slips into neutral when I'm drawing. It is I just don't have to think about anything. I just draw.
Yeah.
But I do have the deadline on Sunday, but I have a lot of pieces that I just don't have time to do more.
Yeah.
I have to just put it in there, scan it, get it in.
Yeah.
And it's good enough.
Yeah.
And so it keeps me from that perfectionist mindset because I'm like, well, good enough. It's,
right.
Deadline.
Right.
So, but I like to draw it helps my nervous system just to not think and just to play, really.
Yeah. Yeah. That is play.
It doesn't have to, my drawings are kind of folky. It's kind of folk art, right? Well, this series anyway. And last year too. Maybe it's just my style. But
yeah, or your season.
Yeah. Well, right, because I guess there have been seasons where it's anyway, whatever. But I don't like painting like a photograph. I'll take a photograph.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I suppose
it's
I could
coming
get that
from your imagination, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that is also very meditative because you do lose track of time and space, right? So you're in that zone of, I heard this word once. I don't know. I can't find it. I've looked for it for decades now. Called poesis, which is supposed to be the way that it was described to me at in-depth psychology. It was like a dream workshop that I took at Pacifica and in Santa Barbara, California. And it was that activity that you're doing where you lose track of time and space. And I feel like I got the word wrong because I can't find it again. But I've been using it for so many years because that also happens to me.
Yeah.
If I'm like doing, and same thing with like dance or when I'm directing a show, I lose time and space. I lose track of time and space.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's my favorite place to be.
Perfect. Well, and then you have the right job.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Because with massage too. I mean, there's been so many times where I'm just like, whoa, I went way too long. I gotta stop.
Right. You're just carving out.
Carving the body.
Carving out the clay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And art's that way too. I mean, it's the easiest way for me to get out of a stressful feeling.
Yeah,
that's to sit down and draw.
Yeah. Well,
Mm-hmm.
that is a mindfulness activity.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I have another question for you.
Yes, please.
This is about entrepreneurship. Why is visibility of women doing business differently? Oh, why is visibility of women doing business differently so important right now? I just said huge.
Yeah. I mean, it's so important because it's the antithesis of how our society is set up. And so it's the antidote. I think it's also there's a word I'm looking for that I can't think of right now. It's like, well, it'll come to me. It's not coming right now. I can't even find the words right now because I think it's so obvious why we would need that in the way that our society is. And I have so much hope around that it will eventually create change. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it without getting really angry or really sad.
I know. I know.
Really sad. And
I
both are
know.
okay. Rage is okay, and so is sadness. But
Yeah, I know. I just want to collaborate and be, yeah, I feel like women doing business, we're good at collaborating and not having power over. So I know.
100%, sister.
Yeah. All right. I have another quote, and this one is from the Emily Post Book of Etiquette. Getting along with extended family. There are they coming to visit or just dropping by? The golden rule provides the basis for positive family visits. Use the same manner as you would when visiting or hosting people who aren't relatives. Okay, sorry. My dog has to be covered up and she's very particular. So
So right now, Lila's getting covered up by a fluffy down comforter.
Why?
To keep her from barking.
All right.
We're almost done. She'll be fine.
She's fine.
Good girl.
She just needed to be.
Yeah.
In her.
Good girl.
All right. So don't criticize or be condescending to family members, gossip about them to others, or embarrass them by telling personal stories or sharing private information. There can be a fine line between friendly teasing and hitting a nerve. Always treat your spouse and children respectfully, especially in the presence of others. Give advance notice when you're planning to stop by, and don't expect relatives to babysit on the spur of the moment. Avoid borrowing money, cars, or other possessions. If you do borrow, always return items in the same or better condition as before you borrowed them, and be on time. She's very bossy.
That is very bossy, but I don't disagree with most of that. A little bit I do. But is this part of your website? Like, do you write a blog about?
I don't write a blog about I just have a quote every week for this year about etiquette.
Because it's just like a subject you're interested in.
Yeah. Just, I think I get etiquette wrong so much. I just want to know the rules. I'm just curious about what it is, like what is etiquette?
I just never asked you why. I just kind of was like, okay, now we're hearing etiquette, and then I was like, wait, what does etiquette have to do with it? But it's a topic of conversation. It's a topic of study.
Yeah,
something you're interested in.
Yep,
I love that.
Yeah, because we always had the Amy Vanderbilt Book of Etiquette at the house. My mom always said it's very important for you to know this, and then she never read it to me or anything. And I'm like, all right, well, how am I supposed to know? So I am teaching myself. Yeah, I'm teaching myself this year. So I have a couple books. I don't know where they all are, but I have a couple etiquette books, and there's like this British guy. I forget his name right now, but anyway, he's in some of my blog posts. Under the quote, the bottom, there's always an etiquette quote, but he's so funny. You can find him on Instagram, and he walks around the streets of London with his suit, and he's like drinking his tea, and he's telling you how to do things properly. And I just think he's hysterical.
That's fun. I like that it's a curiosity. I like knowing now, and I don't know why I didn't think of it before, that it's a curiosity of yours that you're taking through the year and you're bringing your people with you.
Yeah.
Like that's cool. I need one of those. What is mine going to be?
I don't know.
I'm going to come up with one because I have too many. I have a lot of curiosities.
You do.
But I don't know that I always follow a thread through for a whole year.
You did with the poem.
Well, I do with poetry. Yeah, I have done it with poetry for a couple.
I did
for
poems
3 years.
last year. Yeah, I did poems last year.
Yeah. Okay, this makes sense.
This year it's dyslexia. Well, it's always a dyslexia quote,
Right,
and last year was a poem in the bottom, and now it's a quote about etiquette.
Right.
But you can, follow something for a year, and
I love
post
that.
about it or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm into etiquette right now.
That's so interesting. I love the curiosity aspect. Okay, that's cool. Thanks for explaining it.
Let's see here. We did 2 quotes and the micro season, and then what do you have going on? What do you have going on right now? Anything?
Just pretty much my private practice. I haven't scheduled any more dances yet that I can think of right at the moment. I do have some new moon, full moon ceremonies kind of coming up with Rachel, which I don't have the dates for. So if I think of them,
that's all right. But people can wear in your
go to Rad Radiant. .com. Yeah, radradiant.com. It'll be in there.
Nice.
Yeah. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's important.
Nice. That's good. I need to have a session with you.
I would love for you to do that. Yeah, it's a whole thing. You never know what's gonna happen.
That's good.
You never know.
How fun.
Yeah.
Well, if you're in the Newport area.
That's right. It definitely has changed some people's lives.
That's awesome.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's get out of your own way.
Do you have visions?
I do. And yes, I do. And I actually am guided by a connection. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do in a session. I do know which offerings I'm going to have because I'll bring I bring way too many tools and then I use the ones that I'm called to. But a lot of it is informed by the client. So I do an intake form. We talk a lot, find out what the person needs, and then I go right to work on the nervous system. Yeah. It's a very nurturing, nourishing session.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's awesome.
People feel different afterwards.
I bet.
And it can resonate. And actually, it can come back for a tune-up, but, a few times you can really shift your life.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It takes you back to homeostasis.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
It is cool. Thank you.
I guess that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
All right. Thank you for joining us. See you next time.
See you next time.